Now we're going to look at some more challenging problems with congruent polygons and congruent triangles. So we're going to use some problem-solving strategies. First of all, if you can, use the markings to set up a congruent statement. Figure out which vertex goes with which vertex. And I'd like you to add this to your notes. Go ahead and redraw one of the triangles so it's in the same orientation as the other. So if you like the way the first triangle is, keep it the same, and then make a copy of it, and then start putting the information from the other triangle on it so it matches the way it's supposed to go. Once you've done that, you can set up equations where the two values are equal, whether they're corresponding sides or corresponding angles, because remember, corresponding parts are congruent. And it might not hurt to use color or just the normal congruent marks to mark your corresponding angles and sides. So in this example, we're going to find the missing sides and angles in the congruent triangles below. And if you look at it, I can see that C goes with D, A goes with O, and T then goes with G. So triangle CAT is congruent to triangle DOG. So that's my congruent statement. So I'm going to leave triangle C alone and do this so it's DOG and reorient all of this information. Now, one way you could do this is you could trace the second triangle with patty paper, and then once you orient it so it's the same as the first, that makes it easy to make the second copy so it looks something like this. Now that I'm looking at these two triangles, I can see that angle T is congruent to angle G. See how you have T and G here? They correspond. So that means 3x plus 7 is equal to 5x minus 13. Subtracting 3x from both sides, I get 7 equals 2x minus 13. Then I add 13 to both sides and then divide both sides by 2, so x is 10. I can actually find that angle value by substituting 10 back in for x. 3 times 10 plus 7 is 37 degrees. So both angle T and angle G are 37 degrees. Now another set that goes together, well, first of all, I can actually find out the third missing angle in here. So I know that's 23, 37 on the lower right. So the lower left has to add up with the other two to equal 180. 60 plus this angle A is 180. Subtract 60 from both sides, and I get angle A is 120. Finally, I'm going to look at these two corresponding sides right here. They're congruent, so I can set them equal. 2y plus 3 must equal 11. Subtract 3 from both sides, and I get 2y is 8. Divide by 2, and y is 4. So for additional reflection, what are some problem-solving strategies for finding missing sides and angles in congruent polygons? And now that you know about corresponding angles in congruent polygons and what we did before with parallel lines, what do you think corresponding means?